Hello everybody, I just sort of pop on and do a bit of a whip and chat just so that you can see where I'm at with my little poodly picture. I've not done any for a while, certainly not since I've come out of hospital. We're only in a day, but it was a day too long for my liking. But I just sort of come on and have a chat because I can't at the moment. I'm not feeling up to doing a live, so I thought if I do a bit of a whip and chat, you know that I'm still here and still being really good and working on my DPing. I've got to get on with a little bit of crafting at some stage because I want to take part with in Jane Marge's birthday challenge. I was a little bit gutted that it just worked wrong for me. I was going to get her challenge done in between Christmas and New Year and send it off, and obviously I've not been able to do that, as many will know. But anyway, I've got to tell you, I am feeling, I would say, probably 75% after my little health scare, shall we call it. It was a health scare. It was a rude awakening that I really wasn't expecting. Although I suppose, in a way, I suppose I should have been expecting because, as I say, like a lot of you will know, when I do my live, I sometimes get very short of breath and I have to cut it off short and sweet, so I really apologise for that. And yeah, so I thought, well, okay, I've got some bits and bobs I want to do craft wise. Obviously, like I said, is our lovely Jane Marge's birthday challenge. I do hope a lot of you will take part in that because she is one lovely lady, really lovely lady who's gone through an awful lot of health issues. Mine are minor to what, and I mean, they weren't minor to me on the day, on Boxing Day, when I was whipped away in an ambulance, but even so, it still doesn't come to anything like what our lovely Jane Marge has had to go through. And I certainly don't want anybody's pity. I wasn't well, and they took me away and made me feel quite a bit better, and then sent me packing. And I couldn't have been more pleased at coming home. And here I am, home and DPing. I have actually done a little bit of DPing on a smaller scale the other night, which I can't show you because it's a gift. And until the lady gets it, which she will show it when she gets it. Anyway, also our lovely Jane Davis, this Crafting Shed Davis, messaged me, and we are going to do a swap. Jane's got the item for altering and she's going to send them in the post to me, so again I'll keep that under wraps until such time as I've either received it or received and completed the swap. So again, that's something for you to look forward to. I'm going to try and get more videos done where I can, but I think most of my videoing now, at the moment anyway, will be during the day. I won't be doing evening ones. The reason for that is that the problems I have with my health, with my COPD, which is what it's called, and which is quite a nasty disease, really. It's not. I want to say it's treatable. Yeah, it's treatable. It's a long-term illness. It's you can't be made better. You know, it just drastically goes downhill, unfortunately. And yes, I do blame smoking for it. But having said that, it's something that's gone through my family. Right back to my grandparents, and God knows, even maybe beyond that. My dad had emphysema. I lost him to that in 2000. So, you know, it's karma getting back and biting me on the bum, I'm afraid. But it's what we have to deal with. So, like I said, I always feel, I always get worse at night. So at the moment, I'm feeling that if I'm going to do a video, it's going to be during the day, so that I don't get over exhausted, and also it doesn't actually intrude on Harry on his television viewing. It's not fair that he has to listen to me prattle on at night time when he's trying to watch TV. So while he's busy bobbing in and out and doing his little, or not so little chores, shopping and what have you, I chat away to you a lot. I hope everybody had a much better Christmas than we did. It was quiet. I mean, Christmas was fine. It was quiet. I knew I'd got a chest infection at Christmas, or just before Christmas, actually. But what they normally do is give you an emergency antibiotics pack. And I did have an emergency pack once upon a time, a couple of years ago, and I was instructed to use it because it was the quickest start, rather than wait for going to, trailing out, going to a chemist and blah blah blah. So we used it, and it did what it was supposed to do, and made me feel a hell of a lot better. But when I went to see the COPD practitioner, not the COPD practice nurse, I don't like her, I won't see her again, I refuse. But because she's very rude, very condescending, shall we say. The COPD practitioner said that they don't give out these. I asked for another emergency pack, and she says, oh, we don't do that anymore. Only to find out when I went to the hospital that yes, they should do that. And I said, well, I asked for one and didn't get one, so that was that. They sent me home with antibiotics to keep taking while I think it was just to take 4 more while I was at home, but I've been a bit lackadaisical with it, and I've been taking one every other day. But I'll carry on taking them all. I mean, I was supposed to take 4 out of the pack, but I'm going to use them all up, and then at least I'm giving myself a fighting chance at trying to beat this blinding cough. Harry's in a similar situation. He's got a dreadful cough that he can't seem to shake off, which I think is pretty general all over, isn't it? Bless him. but he still plods on doing all that needs to be done, keeping me fed and warm and making sure I'm alright. He's good. You know, not many people are lucky enough to have somebody like Harry. But I am, and I do appreciate everything he does for me. So, what did I have for Christmas? Right, what did I have? Well, I went Christmas shopping actually on my birthday with my daughter Claire, and she took me to a Rotherham retail park, and I did all my Christmas shopping in a day, and I've never done that before, and it was amazing. And we laughed, and we, oh my God, my daughter is so dry but funny. I can't tell you. She really is. We had an amazing day out, but I think that particular day out cost me dearly with the issues that I'm having now with my health. But anyway, whilst we were out shopping, I bought my birthday. She gave me money for my birthday, so I bought myself a nice pair of slippers and a beautiful big long cardigan. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm not worried yet. I've got my Old Faithful on at the minute. This me like a animal print thing, but it's warm, it's comfy, and yeah, I like this one anyway. So I didn't want to use my other one yet. I might use that when I go out somewhere, if I go out anywhere. So that's what I bought with my birthday money, and then Christmas, my daughter bought me. She bought me a beautiful top, and it's from Matalan. I picked it, obviously, and I said, "There's only one snag with it. It's see-through because it's just lace." And so we found a vest top that I can wear underneath it, exactly the same colour. But I think the plan was that that's what most people would probably do anyway. I think that's how they work their, you know, line of clothing for Christmas. So I got that and a big box of chockies, and I got a lovely I got a mug with Westies on from my daughter. That was a little and grandkids. That was unexpected. And she also bought me a lovely dressing gown, which I wasn't expecting, because she bought me the blouse, the top and vest that goes under it. So I thought that was my Christmas box, and it would have been quite sufficient because it's lovely. But as I say, as a surprise, she bought me the dressing gown. I got from Danielle Rose, who we are very fond of. They come over and visit with the girls, and I just get them a bit of something. And they got me a nice big bar of chocolate and a lovely Baileys mug with a miniature bottle of Baileys in it, and drinking chocolate and a little whisk thing. There's my whisk thing. I think it's great. As for the Baileys mug, I've got my camera actually sat on it so that I can get you close enough to see what I'm, or hopefully see what I'm working on. And Christmas Day, I cooked a chicken and some veg, and we didn't do a big dinner. I can't eat a big dinner. I can't eat much at all these days. In fact, everything, I don't know why, but for some reason, everything I eat at the moment, or try to eat, tastes awful. Everything. I don't know why, I don't know what's causing it. Even just, now I thought maybe it was something to do with the bread or the butter or whatever that he put on it. I have toast and marmalade as a rule. But while we're in hospital, I also had a slice of toast and marmalade from breakfast that next morning when I got up. I never went to sleep. And that tasted awful. So I thought, well, it's not our bread then that's not nice. It's just something going through me, I think. I don't know. But, I mean, things that I used to really love to eat, I like, like eggs and that sort of thing. Ugh. Don't like them anymore. I can't eat eggs because they taste weird. And even down to grapes. He's been bringing me grapes. I love grapes, and I can eat a punny to grapes, no problem. I love them. But even they've been tasting strange. It's like the skin taste. Whoopsie daisy. It's like the skin tastes strange on them, and yeah, I don't like that at all. So that was something else that I've not been able to enjoy. So you bring me a couple of chocolatey Claire, fresh cream chocolatey Claire buns. They taste strange. So it don't matter really what I have, it just tastes weird. Everything tastes weird. It's a daisy, like that. And so I don't know what I'm going to be able to eat. Last night I managed a bowl of mushroom soup and a slice of bread, and that was okay. I enjoyed it. I only managed one slice of bread, but at least I got something in me, which was Harry's biggest worry, is that I'm not eating enough, which I'm eating enough for me. I'm not hungry at all. But Harry's not happy because he says it's not he don't think it's enough. And I said, well, if I feel full, it's clearly enough for me. Yeah. There we go. So Christmas Day was fine, and then Boxing Day came along, and most of the day was good, and then about 4 o'clock, I had a bad attack, of asthma attack kind of thing. And I was really frightened because it was one of the worst I've ever had. But anyway, we got over that. I got through it. Managed to set my breathing back to normal, and I was fine. And then below me did another one start round about 5:30, 5:45. And that wasn't so fine. So Harry sent for an ambulance. And whilst they were waiting, while they were doing all what they got to do, and to me, put me on a nebulizer with oxygen rather than just a nebulizer blowing air, because my nebulizer, it's just, air generated, and it blows the medication through in a mist. Well, theirs, they do it with a nebulizer, but their nebulizer is pushing oxygen through as well as the medication in the thing. And got me back to a reasonable level of breathing okay. So then they gave me the option, with the advice that I go in the hospital. They said, you don't have to if you don't want to, but we think you should, just to get you checked over. So I said, okay, I'll go. And then Harry gathered a few bits and pieces together for me, and I said, would it be all right if I just nip to the loo, which is like 10 steps away from where I actually sit, because it's downstairs. It's just through 2 doors, into kitchen, straight into hallway, and there you've got the bathroom. And I started again while I were in the bathroom. and the ambulance, well, the paramedic came and they had to put me on nebulizer again while I was sat on the loo. Yeeks. I mean, I only wanted a wee, and I'd already done that, but they wouldn't let me move. He just said, no, stay where you are and we'll put you on again. And he says, this, which proves my point, you need to really go in and get checked out. And I said, well, yes, I was going to go anyway, so I'm quite happy to do that. And then I got to the hospital. They weren't long in coming, actually, when I think about it, because I started with this attack round about 6:15. He phoned for ambulance about 5 to 6, and they were knocking on the door 3 or 4 minutes later. I mean, we're not far from hospital anyway, but they must have been very close by to get there that quick. And yeah, they whisked me away to the hospital. Oh, and everybody that was in there for a similar reason, all around about similar or older age than me, and yeek. And they put me on back-to-back nebulizer for about, let me think. It must have been a good 5-6 hours, or even a little longer. And then they decided that they were going to put me on a ward. They were waiting for a bed, but they put me on oxygen then, just pure oxygen. And I had that oxygen on all night long. Very difficult to try and sleep with a cannula in your nose when you're not used to it. I mean, yeah, fair enough. I know it, you know, people do. My dad did. My dad had this 24/7. Oxygen cannula, but I'd never actually ever had oxygen like that before. So they put me on that, and I was on that all night. They took me up to a ward and got me into bed, and I still couldn't sleep. So basically, I'd been awake from Boxing Day morning. I got up about 8:30, and it was awake all night. And then the nurse brought another lady up into the bed next to me, and she said, this was about 4 o'clock. Are you going to try and get some sleep? And I said, well, I'm not tired, but I will try. So I put my book down and put my glasses off, laid back. Well, I was sort of half propped up anyway, which I got to be, apparently. But I was comfortable. I wasn't uncomfortable. And I kept shutting my eyes. And I weren't sleeping. I weren't even nodding, really. I was just resting, basically. And then, for some reason, I got this strange sensation that somebody were looking at me when I opened my eyes. A bloody sister or nurse, wherever she were, hanging over my bed, looking at me. And another doctor stood back. I think if you see my healthcare video, it explains more about what that was all about. I'm not going into it again. I've gone through it, and you don't want to be that story over again. So yeah, that was it. And then about 12ish, Boxing Day, the doctor came round and said I could go home if I wanted, and I did want. You're more comfortable at home in your own bed, but you know, with in your own surroundings, what you're used to. But they've not changed any of my medication at all. They've done nothing. I expected them putting me on a regular oxygen thing, but that's not to be. Apparently, what they say is they weaned me off the oxygen. I didn't realise you've got to be weaned off oxygen. But anyway, that's what they did. That's what they say they did.
In all fairness, Amanda, you don't want to be starting your oxygen too early. Well, you get some more life before you get to that situation, don't you?
Yeah, the wisdom of Harry. Did you all hear that? Yeah, he's right. I mean, he's quite right what he says, but at the same time, you know, we both of us went through a very scary situation, which, you know, I mean, obviously Harry was worried sick about me, and you know, it's no fun for him either. He stayed at home. Claire and Glenn came to the hospital while I was there. They came, and because to be fair, I mean, Poppy's not used to being left for very long. When we've gone shopping, and we know for a fact that she howls and barks for a while and cries and whines and does. So, you know, you don't want your dog doing that for neighbours of a night time. Oh, excuse me. So, as you can tell, I'm still left with a chesty cough. But I do feel better. Sorry, I do feel better than I were on Boxing Day. Touch wood, my head, whatever. We've not had another issue with the breathing attacks. But that was the first one. Those three together were the first ones I'd had for a couple of weeks, I think. I'd not had one, and I thought I were doing all right, you know. But obviously, I weren't as all right as I thought I were. So anyway, I'm getting back into my stride. I'm sat doing bits. Like I said, I did a bit of diamond painting the other night, and I enjoyed it. It was nice to be doing something again. I've been watching, I'm glad I got Prime. I went and got Prime just before Christmas because I don't watch telly. And you can't get much free on YouTube, films-wise. And I used to like to sit and watch all Christmas films. But I mean, televisions are his...
I'm going to Wix.
You're going to Wixstock, all right. It's Harry's... I don't bother about television. And I've got my PC, so, you know, as far as I'm concerned, television is Harry's domain. He watches what he likes. He never disturbs me. And I've got Prime on me. Well, I've got Prime on television and PC. I can have it where I want it, can't I? So I've been watching videos or films on my PC. So, yeah, I've been quite happy and keeping myself, doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that with my diamond painting. And I did try and do some colouring the other day, but unfortunately they were rubbish. The pens, I was just got some pens close by. These are a set of pencils, not pens. These pencils were a set that came free with the colouring book that I had bought, and they're rubbish. So I need to be. I have got a good set of pencils that Anne Little gave me actually. But they weren't to hand, and I didn't want to keep disturbing Harry to get up and down. I can't keep getting up and down. I can get up, I go to the bathroom. I'm trying not to move around too much because that's when I start getting breathless. And until I can get myself back to a stable situation where I can get up and wander about house when it suits, I don't know how long that'll take, or if it'll ever come back to that situation. But I do have to watch what I'm doing because I just don't want to go there again, ever. I know I will be going there again at some time, but quite honestly, if I can avoid it, I'm going to do. So, and it's not me being lazy. I mean, as I say, I am doing a bit of this and a bit of that. I've done a bit of hand sewing or whatever. But I don't want to be a bigger burden on Harry than what I already am. I mean, he don't class me as I'm a burden, but like I said, he's not much better than me regarding his got this awful cough, and it's on his chest as well, which in a way is not a good thing because he can pass it back to me, although I've already got it. Now the difference between us is, and every doctor that or nurse or whatever that spoke to me in the hospital, every time one of them said, "Have you had your flu jab this year?" Yes, I had my flu jab done at the very beginning of October. So then Harry piped up, didn't do you much good. In a way, if you think about it, he's right, it didn't. Because here I am, you know, getting chucked into an hospital bed, really poorly. And I already had my flu jabs, they can't, and I had pneumonia jab some years ago, and you only ever have that once. You never have that more than once. And I think it's a lot of years ago since I've had that done. So that's that. Can't have it done again. So am I still in before you can see what I'm doing? I've tried to get you as close up to the screen as I can with my camera, because I've moved my camera to a different area so that you can have it, so I can have it pointed towards my my light pad. So yes, Christmas this year not so good. Hopefully better one next year, if I get that far. Shouldn't say that really, but you know, you just do not know what is round the corner. And I'll tell you something, I won't ever, ever, ever take it for granted that I can get myself out of one of these, because up until Boxing Day, I'm just going to have a quick slurp, peeps. Oops. Up until Boxing Day, and this attack that I had, well, actually, the first one I had on Boxing Day, I managed to get myself out of it. But sometimes, you know, anybody that's got COPD would probably be able to tell you the same thing. You tend to panic because you can't get the air in. You're trying to breathe in and nothing's happening. So you do tend to panic. And I have been able to, for the last quite a while now, I've been able to get myself out of that. Don't panic, slow, breathe slowly, careful. And it's worked. And it worked the first time on Boxing Day, but my God, it didn't work the second time. And it was only like within an hour after the first lot. I gave myself a nebulizer after I'd come out of it. Hello, Popsy Lou, she's playing on my knee. Hello, baby girl. You doing? Hey? So, you know, I mean, like I say, I've always managed to get myself out of it, but I couldn't on Boxing Day, not the second time. And, well, for a while anyway, at least I got myself a little bit better that I could get my nebulizer on again. Hello. What do you want, sweetheart? But when they came, I was actually on my nebulizer for the second time. That I put myself on my nebulizer the second time around. And they took me straight off my nebulizer and put me on there with Poppy. Poppy's grabbing hold of my sleeve. She wants to come up on my knee. And she can't while I'm doing this. Oh, sorry, baby. Go get your toy. Oi, you're knocking me thingy. Behave, monkey. Behave, little monkey. So yeah, they took me off my nebulizer and put me on theirs with the oxygen, and obviously made me feel a lot better very, very quickly. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That looks like it slips somewhat. So hello. Just a minute. You're gonna have to bear with peeps because we have a little girl. Go on then. Come on then, can you still see? Let me turn it that way, and then if she comes up here, she can come up. So they put me on their nebulizer, and it was better, and it worked a lot quicker than mine, obviously because of the oxygen. Hello, baby. Ouch, that's my finger. And then once again, whilst I was in the bathroom, and I had started on another one, and they'd never seen anything. He said, never seen anything like this. Never seen anybody go into a second. Come here, then, babe. Go into a second, thing like that. Can you hear this? She's growling at me because I won't play. And she's not really growling. She just, she grumbles at me. Yeah, it was something new to them. They'd never seen anybody go so quickly from fine to not so fine. So I'm bringing it back now. She's took off again. I think she's heard how they come back. And it's just not very nice at all. I mean, nobody likes to get sick, but when you've got these things, and yes, I know a lot of people have said, well, you're going to have to stop smoking now. That is easier said than done. And in actual fact, the paramedic, we were chatting, first of all, whilst I was on there first, when they first came, whilst I was on their nebulizer thing, and I was saying I'm going to have to try and stop smoking. And he actually told me, he said, that could actually work against you now. At this stage, it could send you into shock. Wow, who knew? But I have heard before other people say that, they've stopped smoking and become very ill and gone back to fags and they've been fine. The one thing I won't do, which I have been warned about at the hospital, is, and I won't vape. I have got vapes. I've tried them. I'm not right impressed with them anyway. They don't do much for me at all. But apparently they're more dangerous than cigarettes, believe it or not. Now that's coming from professionals, so I don't know. But I can't believe that after all that issue of me going in hospital and going on oxygen and all this, they're not putting me on oxygen. Now, if I get oxygen, the situation has to change at home, because if you have oxygen in the house, you cannot smoke in the house because of obviously danger. It's dangerous, which is fine. But the oxygen would be in the lounge, and there's no reason why we can't go back to the back of the house to our outside porch and go and sit on there and have a ciggy. It's not smoking in the house. What do you want, baby girl? Come here. Come in. You're a pain in the bum, little one, today. So, like I said, ouch. Come here, monkey. Come here. Let me. She won't let me get her. Come here. Come here. No, you're laying down again. I can't do you like that. I can't do you like that. So, you know, what do you do? I mean, I don't smoke an awful lot anyway, to be fair. I used to smoke about 20 a day. I'm down to about, well, I don't know, 8 or 10 a day, which is not a lot. And really, I mean, I only smoke when I'm not busy doing something like this. If I'm crafting, I don't smoke. Simple as. So, you know, the plan is to try and get back into my crafting ASAP. And I won't smoke as much anyway, which I don't. And I mean, my daughter hates the fact that I'm a smoker, but at the same time, she said the same thing. Well, you don't smoke that much, Mum. Now, she's never smoked. She don't like smoking. Anybody smoking. I never smoke when I go visiting her. I go to her house and we have all afternoon together. Right, up you come. Say hello to the people. Here you go. Hello. Popsy Doodle, look at something. That is Harry throwing my clean washing on back at Sophie's and folding it. Yeah, Pops, look. Say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. This is Poppy. She's a good girl. Yeah, she is. I love me. You love your mum. And she's such a good little thing, aren't you? And she's sort of, I don't know, she knows. She knows there's something not right. And she's not gone far from me at all. I mean, she'll go and sit with Harry. But more often than not, this is her on my knee. And she just loves to keep her company, don't you? Hey, you do. You're a good girl, Poppy. Yeah, she's such a good girl. I don't know. I'm glad we got her, you know. I mean, we did say we weren't going to have any more after Rosie Posey, but oh no, I was lost without a dog. And I still miss Rosie. Unbelievable. I can't tell you still. But Poppy has made, you know, a little bit of difference. That's my new dressing gown there, look, that's on there, laid out. And then my clean washing, clean jammers, everything he chucked in washing machine. Bless him. I'm not sure you all my laundry. Put you down a little bit further. There we go. Yeah, so get off your nutter. Oh, she's funny, aren't you? Are you funny, Popaloo? She's a good little thing though, and she's been good. She's been really good company. And Harry has to keep Poppy now. I have to make sure, if he's going out, I have to make sure I've been to the loo before he goes, and then I get, do not move until I get back. So I'm a prisoner. Not really, but you know, and he worries about me. I mean, when he's going out, he don't want to go out and leave me sat in a chair where I might have a bad do, or if I go tootling up to the bathroom on my own. I don't know why I can't get these, pick these up. I've just put more wax on it. Yeah, I don't know. He just really, really worries. And I feel awful that he worries like he does. I'm going to get this mucky, horrible wax out because I think it's gone hard or something in here. That's it, I've got it out. Got it all out. And again, maybe not. Let's see. Whether I have or not. It looks like I've got it all now. So we just do as we're told, don't we, Poppy? We don't do anything. I just sit here and, do a bit of this diamond painting or colouring, which, like I say, I did a little bit of colouring the other day, but didn't like it. It's didn't like the pencils. So I shan't be mixing those pencils with the others. I really can't wait to get cracking with my brushes, my blending brushes, my paint brushes. They've got they're a brush tip at one end, and then they're the other end they're fine line pens, same colour obviously, and they're really nice. And I've not actually really had a proper play with them, because one of the reasons being, I don't know, they don't seem to blend very well. So if you're you're trying to blend hair colour or whatever to go like from darker to lighter or vice versa, you can't with these damn things. I couldn't get it to do it. So either me doing something wrong, or they're not the kind of things you can do it with. They're not the Arteza ones. The Arteza ones are very expensive. And I can't run to that kind of spending, So I got these other ones. Mind you, talk about getting stung when I bought my pens. It said free shipping from China, and I ended up paying £11 customs. And I sent the seller a picture of the customs thing, and they said that they wanted me to send it over to them, and I thought, not on your Nelly. Or I could have sent them another picture, but I can't bloody find it now. I don't know what I've done with it. It's got moved somewhere, and I can't find it. So I've ended up being stung and paying all this customs fee of £11, or it was customs fee and handling charge. That's the way it's written down on the paper. So it's like an handling fee of, I think it was £8, and then whatever were left, it was customs fee. So I don't know. So just be aware of that, peeps. If you're buying from China and it's over £15, you're going to get lumped with a handling fee and a customs charge if you're not careful. Now, I have bought stuff from China before that's come to more than £15, and I've never had to pay one before. Not like that anyway. The only time I ever had to pay a customs and handling fee was when I bought my embroidery sewing machine from America, and I didn't know that there was going to be a customs fee for that either, but there was. I think that was about £11 actually, similar sort of fee. So just be aware of that when you're buying from overseas. I mean, I've not had it with when you bought a diamond painting from like Diamond Art Club or somewhere. You don't have it to pay then, so why suddenly have we got to start paying custom fees for over £15 sometimes, and then not always? If anybody knows the answer to that, can you write it on a postcard and send it to me so I can understand? I don't know why, it's weird. But anyway, there you are. You've seen me doing a bit of diamond painting, and I've been on for nearly 50 minutes. So I'm going to leave it at that, and you don't need to listen to all my garble if you don't wish. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and click that little bell to get any notifications of future videos, and please feel free to comment, and I'll see you all again very soon. So it's bye for now, folks. Bye.